you staff members and the job seekers that you serve, and we speed up the overall job application process. So the people that come to you for help, your job seekers, will be able to apply to more jobs and hopefully land that interview sooner. Overall, you can save about 10 hours a week with Hardly. You can save time collaborating with your clients. Of course, the resume, cover letter, job tracker, all are consolidated in one place. You can easily comment and collaborate on any of our tools. And there's no back and forth with files, which is a relief for everyone, and no more having version 40 of a resume. And Hardly takes care of all the resume formatting, which of course saves you time. It also increases job placement rates by anytime you AI enhance your resume or cover letter with Hardly, it optimizes it for applicant tracking systems. And of course, that gives you a higher chance of landing an interview. And make Hardly right for you. We're very collaborative with our customers and staff members. So if there's anything that you can think of as you're going through this demo, but also anytime, feel free to message us on Hardly's messaging system. It really is me and Roger on the other side of the chat. It's not somebody else. And we'll make sure that we can smooth out anything that, that you find could be smoothed out. We have a resume builder, job application tracker, cover letter generator, career assessments, an AI career assistant. We have a resource library and an interview practice tool that we'll be sharing with you today. And the overall plan for today is account setup is going to take about 5 minutes for us to go through. Client management is going to take another 5 minutes. And then working with clients is going to be the bulk of our conversation. And of course, if you have any questions, please ask in the chat. This is a workshop, so feel free to go along with us as we are sharing things with you. And Roger's going to be doing a demo of all of these. So I'm going to hand it over to Roger. And as we're going through this, I'm going to keep what we're going to be covering on this slide because we can both share our screen at the same time, but you can minimize mine in case you want to make Roger's larger.
All right, thank you, Allison. So hello, everybody. My name is Roger. I'm the COO and lead software engineer here at Hardly, and I'll be showing you around the Hardly platform today. So as you can see on Allison's shared screen, we're going to start with a little bit of account setup. So it's really easy to create an account on Hardly. Just go to app.hardly-work.com and you can sign up there. Alternatively, if you're a coach in an organization, they have probably invited you to Hardly. So you'll be signing in with your temporary password, and then you will land on, let's see, this page, the coach dashboard. So the coach dashboard is sort of a quick overview of everything you need to know as a coach or counselor on the Hardly platform. So we have a bunch of different modules, as you can see. Up here allows you to create or edit events if your organization allows you to do so. And you can also see any upcoming events that you are a part of, such as the staff training today. You can also see a quick look at your job seekers or clients or students, again, whatever your organization calls them. And you can easily view their profiles here. We'll see that in a few minutes. You can also see any recent messages that people have sent you, whether they're clients or us, anything like that. We have quick links to the tools on the Hardly platform, including the resume builder, job application tracker, cover letter builder, interview practice tool, and career assistant. You can also see any requests from your job seekers here on the dashboard. That includes requests for help on their resume, or maybe tracking jobs, or how to make a cover letter. And then finally, you have your organization code, which we will, I'll explain that again in a few minutes. So first thing we're going to do is create our coach bio and edit our communication settings. So just to give you an idea of what your coach bio or coach profile looks like, we'll go over here to the left. On the left is the navigation, the main navigation. And that has your dashboard, your tools and resources, job seekers and events, and then messaging and support. And if you are an administrator of an organization, you'll also see your organization's admin dashboard here in the top left. But for now, we're going to go to job seekers and events. And if you invite your job seekers or clients onto the platform, instead of job seekers, they're actually going to see coaches and events. And so that will take them directly to this page, which is the coach directory. So this page will show all of the coaches available to your job seekers in your organization. So right now I'm under the Hardly organization. So we can see Allison and I are listed as coaches, but we also have a few of our Hardly coaches up here. And you can see that their profile has ratings if job seekers have given them ratings, some tags to explain more of their specialties, as well as a quick bio and even their favorite quote. And you can click into each of these coach profiles. They might have an introduction video, overview, some book recommendations, things like that. So in order for you as a coach to customize your coach profile, you'll click in the top right on your profile image. You'll either see an image or it might just be your initials if you don't have an image, but either way, it is located in the top right. And you will probably just see these bottom 5 right here, which are, or actually bottom 4. So you'll see coach settings, account settings, billing settings, and log out. So you'll click on your coach settings. And everything on this page is related to how you interact with Hardly as a coach. So up here, you can link your Google Calendar. This helps with sending out calendar event invites. So if you sign up for an event on Hardly, then you can sync that with your Google Calendar. You can also connect your Calendly, and that's pretty easy to do. You just click on the button to connect it, and then you sign in, and then it pulls in all of your different meeting types. So this is helpful if your organization has scheduling and events available to your job seekers. And I'll show you what that looks like. We'll go back to the coach profile in a minute.
And just to be clear quickly, Roger, Calendly is a separate app from Hardly. It's a different website
Yes.
if you're not familiar with Calendly. And you can only connect one Calendly event to Hardly at the moment. And if there's anything else that you would like us to be able to connect to, don't hesitate to ask, because that is something that we can look into.
Definitely. Thank you, Allison. So scrolling down here, we can see some of those fields that we just saw in the coach profile. So you can give an overview, your favorite quote, even embed your introduction video, as well as add some specialties. So once you add these, we'll go back to the coach profiles. When you do connect Calendly to your profile, that allows your job seekers to schedule sessions with you on Hardly. So as you know from being in this meeting, Hardly has its own built-in video chat. And so it's very easy for your job seekers or clients to schedule one-on-ones with you as a coach on the Hardly platform. All they have to do is go to the coach directory here, and wherever they see this green schedule button, they'll click on that. And it will load your availability or the coach's availability that they're looking at. All they have to do is select a date and select a time, and then they can schedule a session with you.
And these events can be on Zoom as well, on Hardly, like this event, and you can also do them in person.
Yes. So let's see, the final thing on Allison's screen is changing the user designation. So this is more for your organization's administrators, but they will go to this admin dashboard in the top left. And so this is the administrative dashboard. It's similar to the coach dashboard, but has a few other things that administrators might want access to, such as some of the statistics around how the organization's job seekers use Hardly's platform. They can also view all of the staff and the users as well. But we will go to settings up here in the top left. And so some organizations call them job seekers, some call them clients. If it's a community college career center or a technical college career center, they might call them students. Whatever you call them, you can change that under this user designation setting. And we have some pre-selected options there for you, but if you don't see something, or if you don't see the option that you want, feel free to let us know in the messenger. And same thing with the coach designation. Most places call them career coaches or career counselors, but we also have mentors, staff, and case managers. So whatever your organization wants them to be called, we can have that. There's also a few other settings on the organization settings page right here, which we can go over real quickly. So the organization code is a helpful way to bring new job seekers or new clients onto the platform. What they do is they actually input that code when they're signing up for an account, and that automatically adds them to the organization and takes them straight to the resume builder, because we know that's what a lot of people come onto our platform to do. They can also...
Again, oh, so sorry. Again, this organization code is super helpful when you have a lot of people coming in the door at once. So if you do run workshops and you might have a lot of new job seekers all at the same time, the organization code allows them to sign up for Hardly on their own and join your organization and get going very quickly.
Yes. And then the final setting on here is membership duration. So whenever users or job seekers are added to your organization on the Hardly platform, they stick around until you or another administrator removes them or sets an end date. However, if you want that process to be a bit more automated, you can set a automatic membership duration here. So say, a community college might just want them on for 3 months, like a semester. So they would set that for 3 months. Some people have year-long cohorts, so they may want their users on Hardly for a year. Whatever duration you want your users to have access to Hardly, you can select it here. And again, if you don't see the option that you would like, just let us know and we will add it.
And we also have a free version of Hardly. So once your job seekers are removed from your organization, they'll still have access to one resume and one cover letter permanently. That's not going away for them. And they don't have to pay anything to keep that.
And there are other resumes or cover letters that they may have created that they no longer have access to. They're not deleted. So if they want to pay for a premium subscription by themselves, they can then get their resumes and cover letters back and continue their job search.
And that's just $12 a month.
Yes. All right, next page, Allison. So that's it for the account setup. If you have any more questions regarding setting up your account or tweaking your settings, feel free to throw them in the chat or let us know.
And I know I mentioned this before, but if my screen is the same size as Roger's screen, you can just turn Spotlight off. Or you can spotlight Roger's screen and it will become larger, just in case you're having a tough time seeing.
And in order to do that, just hover over the screen you want, and you should see Spotlight on or off in the top right of the particular screen, and you just have to click that. All right, so coaches on the platform, let's talk about client management. So right now we are on our coach dashboard. And our coach dashboard lets us see all of our job seekers at a quick glance here. We can also go to the My Job Seekers page on the left in the navigation. And so here, this shows you all of your job seekers, but it also allows you to search by name. So search is pretty quick. You can also filter using tags, and we'll show you how to add those tags and edit them in a minute. And then you can also sort your job seekers by really anything: first name, last name, however many resumes they've made, anything like that. So either on your coach dashboard or on here, you can click on any of the job seekers to view their job seeker profile. So I'll just select Jane right here. And don't worry, this is placeholder data. Jane Butler is not a real person. We just use this data to show y'all how to use the Hardly platform. So this is the job seeker profile. So on here is every way that, in this case, Jane would interact with the Hardly platform. So you as a coach can see what they're doing, see their progress, and better help them in their job application process. So we can see any resumes that they may have uploaded or that you are working on with them, any jobs that they're tracking. So in this case, Jane wants to become a delivery driver. So she's tracked this job that she wants to apply to. Any cover letters they made, interview practice sessions that they've undergone, and we'll show you that in a little bit. Your job seekers can also, as I mentioned before, make requests of you. So if they need help on something, that'll show up here. You can also see any assessment results that they've taken on the Hardly platform. So we'll click into that real quick. So these are a very quick overview of the assessment results, but what they see on their side is much more complex and built out, and lets them know how to apply these results in not only their job search, but also their career and their work life.
And our assessments, the ones that we have on the platform, is a work style assessment, which is proprietary, helps you define the best environment that you work best in, whether that's collaborative, innovative, more traditional, or more competitive. And then we also have an interest profiler, which is the same one that you have on ONET that you have access to, the Holland Code or RIASEC, whatever you call it. Helps them define how their interests relate to their career. It has been reskinned because we all know the one on ONET is terribly ugly. So ours is a little bit a better experience. And we have a personality assessment on the platform that is Myers-Briggs-like. It's slightly tweaked, but it is Myers-Briggs-like.
Yes, thank you, Allison. And to get to these assessments, you'll click on Tools and Resources on the left, and then you'll come down here to Assessments, and you'll have access to all three of those. You as a coach can also take them just to see the experience. So we'll go back to our job seeker profile. We'll go back to Jane. And one of the ways that either coaches or administrators can organize their job seekers or their clients are through tags. So tags are, as the name implies, just different categories that you can put your job seekers in. So they do get automatic tags whenever they take assessment results. So in this case, Jane is a mentor, that's her work style, and her personality type is ESTJ. You can also add new tags. So just from this drop down, select add new tag. And it really depends on how you want to categorize your job seekers. For community colleges and tech schools, they usually categorize them by cohort. So fall 24, spring 25. For job centers that are statewide, they may categorize them by city. So Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, or let's see, also the type of career that they're going after. So you could have delivery drivers, HVAC people, software engineers, things like that. So we'll say that, say delivery drivers for June.
And this is not visible to the job seeker, but it is visible to any other staff members at your organization.
That is correct. Thank you, Allison. So if we come back out here to job seekers, we can now see all of them. We can click on this middle button up here, and we can filter by tag. So if we want to see all people from Pittsburgh, there's Jane, and it even shows the tags over here. If we want to see all of our mentors, there's a few mentors right there. So it allows you to easily find any job seekers you want by those tags. So it's very easy to add a new job seeker as well. As you can see on this page, there's a big green Add New Job Seeker button at the top. Also on the coach dashboard, under job seekers, you'll see Add New Job Seeker right here. Whichever button you press, it'll lead you to the same place. So the first thing you do when adding a new client or a new job seeker is put in their email. So I'm just going to put in some gibberish that I know, or at least hope is not an actual email. And so what that does is it searches the Hardly database just to see if that email is already a user on the platform. And if that's the case, you can easily just click to add them. If, as in this case, the email is not associated with a Hardly user, what you'll then do is you'll put in their first name, their last name, and you'll click this box to invite them to the platform. And what that will do is it will send them a few welcome emails, one of which has a temporary password that they will use to log into their newly created account. And then they'll receive a series of welcome emails that detail the tools on our platform and how to get the most out of them. Alternatively, we do have a concept of ghost users. While that might sound a bit spooky, it's not as spooky as it sounds. What it is you will enter the email and their first and last name, but you will not invite them to Hardly. And what this allows you to do is you'll still see those job seekers under your job seeker list, and you can still assign resumes and cover letters and even track jobs on their behalf, but they won't have to get onto the Hardly platform in order for you to utilize the Hardly platform. And at
And
any time,
this is really handy for job seekers that may not be as technologically savvy, but you still want them to be able to use the benefits of Hardly through you.
yes, definitely. Cool. All right, next page. All right, so working with your clients. So let's say I am a coach on the Hardly platform and I have my job seekers here, and we've already looked at Jane. So let's go at her profile again. Let's say Jane has already tracked a job. We can show you how to easily track a job in a little bit, but just for the sake of working with our clients, let's say she wants to apply to this delivery driver job. So in order to apply, she will need a resume and a cover letter. So we can see that she's already uploaded a resume, but it's very easy to create a resume for yourself or on your client's behalf. So in order to do that, we'll go to the Tools and Resources tab over here on the left. And then as you can see, it lists out all of the tools here in the sub navigation, and we're already on the Hardly Resume Builder. So it's easy to start a new resume. Just click the green button up here at the top, and you'll select who you're creating this resume for. You can create it for yourself, or you can create it for any of your clients. And there are 3 different ways to start a new resume. You can start from scratch, and that'll just give you a blank template that you can then use AI to fill out based on a career or specific job, and then you can add in personal details from there. If you have a resume PDF already that you would like to import into Hardly, you can easily do that by uploading a resume. Or if you or your client has a pretty well built out LinkedIn profile, you can actually import directly from there, and that'll import it into the Hardly resume template. So let's see, we'll go down here to Jane. This is the Hardly Resume Builder main page. If you are a coach, it lists all of your job seekers up here, and then it lists any resumes that you've created for yourself down here. So we'll click on Jane's right here. And whatever method you use to start a resume or upload a resume, you will land on this page. This is the Hardly Resume Builder. So on the left, you can see we have a preview of what the resume is going to look like. And on the right is everything that you need in order to edit or enhance this resume. So it is very easy to edit any particular part. You can just come over here and click on that section, and it'll open it up on the right in the edit section. And so if we want to, let's say, improve this introduction, or actually, well, first, whenever you edit the resume, it updates in real time. So the preview updates in real time. It also saves in real time, so you don't have to worry about any lost work. And we are working on having versions of the resume. So if you do want to go back to a previous version, then it'll be easy to do that. We don't have that right now, but that is in the works. And anytime you see a purple button, that usually, or actually it always means that you will use AI to either enhance something that's already there or to generate something new. So in this case, we have a fine introduction paragraph, but if we want to use AI to enhance it, all we have to do is click that. Let's see, we'll do 5 sentences just to give us something to work with. And anytime you are using AI, you can give it specific instructions. Say if you want to look for transferable skills for a new career, or maybe make it a little less professional, more casual, or more professional. You can really give it any instructions and it will do its best to adhere to those. But right now, we're just going to enhance the introduction. And what this does is it looks over the resume, including the experience, skills, education, anything like that, and pulls out the most important parts, and it cobbles that together into a new introductory paragraph. So you can always regenerate if you don't like it. And we will go with this one. So we'll use that new paragraph. And just like that, we've rewritten the intro paragraph using AI.
And Roger set it as 5 sentences, which is pretty long, but it also allows you to pick and choose what you want to keep. So it gives you more to work with. If you do want it to start with a shorter one, you can select 2 sentences or 3 sentences, and that's completely fine as well.
Yes, definitely. Thank you, Allison. So yeah, we can use AI to enhance the experiences as well, and even generate some new skills. But what we really want to do is we want to match this resume to that job that Jane is applying to. So up here in the top right, this is sort of the navigation and sub-navigation of the resume builder. So you can see we're currently in the edit section. We have 3 different sections. So edit is for editing the resume itself. We have match, which helps you match this resume to specific jobs or job descriptions. And then we have commenting, which allows you to comment on the resume and have a conversation back and forth with Jane, which allows you to work on this resume with your clients asynchronously. And I'll show you how to do that in a little bit. But right now, we want to match this to a particular job. So we'll click match. And down here, all we have to do is paste in or write in the job position, as well as any job listing information that we think could be helpful. So that could be the description, the qualifications, the responsibilities, anything that we want to make sure we match with the resume. And you can put all of that in manually, but since Jane is tracking some jobs on the Hardly platform, we can actually just pull in directly from those. So we know she's tracking that delivery driver job. So let's import in from there. So we can see it imported in. And what it's doing now actually is getting together a list of keywords and key phrases that are important to include in the resume, just to make sure she gets through that ATS, or applicant tracking system, AKA the algorithm that looks at the resume before a human ever does. And in order to get through that ATS, we want to make sure that all of these important keywords and key phrases are included in the resume. So we can actually see which ones are currently included, which so far pretty good, but we can add a few more as well. And one of the newer things that we've added is actually scoring the resume. So we'll click on this score resume button. And what this does is it looks at the resume, looks at the job description, and gives us a score out of 100 as to how good of a match this is. And it also says why it's a good match or why it's not a good match, and gives some tips on improving it. So now we have our keywords, we have our job information. So let's go back to editing the resume, and let's redo that introduction now that we have that job description here. Maybe we'll pull in a few more of those keywords, and we'll keep it to a manager.
Just to be super clear, when Roger enhanced it before, it was really looking at just the resume, but now when he's enhancing it now, it's looking at the job description and the resume.
Correct. and it's finding the center of that Venn diagram and pulling in those keywords that are applicable. It is not making up any experience, so it's not going to pull in all of those keywords, but it is going to sort of sprinkle those keywords and key phrases into the resume whenever it's applicable. So we have our new introduction paragraph here, and we can actually see the keywords and key phrases that the AI used from that list that we previously had. So we'll use that new introduction. And that is a quick overview of how to match a resume to a job description. We can also enhance the experiences. We can pull in those skills from those keywords and key phrases, and it will improve that score as you go on. So let's talk about commenting. Go ahead.
If anyone has any quick questions on the resume builder, please feel free to put them in the chat and we'll address them while we're on this page.
Yes. So let's say we are the coach, we're working with Jane on this resume. And also, just to sort of be clear as well, this is one resume that lives in one place. There's no more, editing a resume, emailing it, they edit it, they email back. And even if you use Google Docs, like formatting on there is a pain. So this does all of that automatically. The resume lives in one place. You can always know where to find it. So it cuts down on a lot of that back and forth and consolidates a lot of things. But it also improves asynchronous collaboration. So let's say we just improved that introduction using AI, matching it to the job description, and we want to let Jane know. So all we have to do is hover over any section in particular and click on this little chat bubble. And so right now we are commenting on the introduction itself. So I'll say, hey, Jane, just enhanced this with, let's see, this intro with AI. Let me know what you think. And so if Jane were a real person, she would receive a notification in her email. She would be able to come onto the resume builder, see what I, as the coach, have done, and she can edit it to her heart's content and then comment, and I will be notified as well. So that is a good example of how Hardly can improve that asynchronous collaboration between you and your job seekers. So once you and Jane are happy with the resume, you can come up here to download. Currently, it is available to download either as a PDF or a Word doc. If there are any other formats that you would like, just let us know and we can work on integrating those in. You can also print directly from this page. And we have a handy ability to share the resume as its own landing page. So I'll show you what that looks like. So what this is a up-to-date version of the resume that we just worked on that has its own landing page. And so the benefit of this is you can send it around and it is specific to a particular job and it is always up to date. So if we come back here, just as an example, and we'll hide, let's see, we'll hide one of these experiences, which you can do whenever you see this eye icon. That means you can show and hide stuff. So no longer do you have to like delete something or copy paste it. If you want to bring it back, all you have to do is hide something and it is gone. And so now that we've hidden that, we'll come back to this page, we'll refresh it, and that particular experience is gone. So it is always up to date. You don't have to worry about sending out out-of-date resumes or things that might have wrong information. This always stays up to date.
And if you want to have multiple versions, so if you are applying to a few different jobs that you might want different keywords put into, you can just duplicate the resume and then edit the other resumes that you have. And that's a way that you can save previous versions of resumes. And you can, of course, send out the new link to that specific resume and update it as needed.
Yes, and it is easy to duplicate resumes. So we're back on the Hardly Resume Builder main page. And you can see for each resume, we have some options over here. That includes sharing, printing, and this button right here specifically means duplicating it. So that'll immediately make a copy and you can start matching that to a different job or changing some keywords, whatever you need to do. All right, so that is the resume. I'll back up real quick and show you how to track a new job. So there's a few different ways. Obviously, we have the job application tracker here on Hardly. You can click there, and as a coach, I can see all of the different jobs that my clients, my job seekers are tracking. And we can even track a new job for them. So just click on that big green button, select whichever client you want to track this job for. And then on the Hardly platform, you just input all of the information. But switching between windows or tabs and copying and pasting can get a little old. So we are working on making that process a bit nicer. And one of the things that we've done for that is we've actually added a Hardly Google Chrome extension. So you can see in my extensions up here, we have the little Hardly icon. So we'll click on that. And what this allows you to do is go to different websites, as you or your job seeker are searching for jobs. We'll say delivery driver jobs in Pittsburgh. As you are searching for different jobs around the net, rather than having to switch between windows or anything like that, you have this handy little pop-out to collect that information. So right now, you still do have to copy and paste the job information in, but we are working on making this a bit more automated and a bit easier on both you and the job seeker. So let's see, we'll see what's this company, Spirit Logistics. And so we can see that I am going to track this for Allison, who happens to be my client. So we'll track that new job. We'll come back here and we'll refresh. And we can see that job has been tracked on the Hardly platform. So that just is a much easier way for you to go around on Indeed or Monster, Google Jobs, whatever you need to, and quickly track jobs on the Hardly platform. And once you are tracking a job, all you have to do is click into it. And you can edit different information about the job, such as if it's high priority, you can connect a resume to it. You can add salary information, or you can even add contacts. So if you want to keep track of the hiring manager or any important people at that particular company, you can. And you or the job seeker can even keep notes about that job application. All right, so let's see. So we have, we're working with Jane. We have a resume for her. So let's get her a cover letter so she can apply to this job. So we're going to start a new cover letter. I will be creating this cover letter for Jane. And so when creating a cover letter, there's two main pieces of information you need to know, information about the job and information about the candidate. And you can manually input all of that if you would like. But why would you do that when we have all of that conveniently on the Hardly platform? So information about the job, we know that Jane is tracking that job on Hardly. So we'll bring in that information. And you can even add the hiring manager's name if you know it. Information about the candidate. So we can pull in the information from that resume that we just worked on. So it pulls in the years of experience. It lists her top 3 skills. And even pulls in the education level. And then the most work you really have to do is choosing a few adjectives that best describe the candidate. So we'll just choose some at random. And then, of course, whenever enhancing with AI, you can add any specific instructions that you want. You can even say, give me a cover letter written in Pig Latin, and it will do that. I do not recommend it. The hiring manager might just crumple it up and throw it in the trash. But once you're ready to generate it, you can click that green button, and in about 10 to 15 seconds, it will take all of that information and generate a good start to a cover letter. So I say good start because, of course, it's written by AI, and cover letters typically should be customized to that particular job, not only in the information that's on it, but also in how it sounds. Is it written in their voice? Does it have all of the information that the candidate want on the cover letter? But a lot of times starting with a blank page, there's the whole fear of the blank page, and this takes that away. So as with the resume builder, you can edit any information on the cover letter. So we have personal details up here. We have the letter content down here. If you're not happy with it for any reason, you can click on the regenerate tab and you can input all of that information or change any information from what we just did. And then if you, the coach, have generated this cover letter and want to change it or do anything, you can also comment similar to the resume builder and they will be notified about that. So let's say that Jane has her cover letter, she has her resume, and she applies to the delivery driver job. And good job, Jane, she got an interview. So now she needs to work on her interview skills. So I'm going to go over to tools and resources here on the left and down to interview practice down here. So this is going to be primarily for your job seekers or your clients to use. And then what you can do is come in and give them feedback, and we'll show you what that looks like. So your clients will come here and they will start a new interview practice session. So these should be for each particular interview. So I'll say, if I were Jane coming on and doing this, I'll say first interview for delivery driver job. And we can, and if she is, which she is tracking the jobs, I don't see that here, but she will see those jobs there, which she can connect the interview practice sessions to those specific jobs. So now we have an interview practice session. Let's add a new question. So this is really for job seekers to practice the questions that they might need help on or that they want to be more confident in. So they'll click add new question. And from this drop down, they can select a few popular interview questions that we have provided, or they can actually add their own question and use AI to generate advice on how to answer that question. So Allison, what's a question that we should put in, an interview question?
Well, my favorite interview question of all time is tell me about a time that you messed up and how did you fix it?
Good one. And so we'll click on the fact that we want to generate advice on how to properly answer this question. And we will go ahead and add that. And then in a few seconds, we will get that AI advice. So we can see that it gave us some good advice: choose the right example, describe the situation, discuss the correction, and reflect on what you learned from the experience. So I'd say that's pretty good advice. Whenever the candidate is ready to attempt to answer the question, all they have to do is click on this green button. It will ask for permission for the microphone and the camera. And then when they are ready to start answering the question, they'll just hit record. And I will answer the question to make exaggerated hand gestures just to show that once they click stop recording, it actually plays it back for them. And so they have to sit there and watch themselves answer the question, which we have found is very eye-opening on things that you do well and things that you could improve on, which are actually the two prompts underneath that we have them answer. So I'll just write some gibberish here. And then we actually ask them to score this attempt, self-score this attempt on a scale of 1 to 5. And so they can save that. They can attempt to answer the question as many times as they want. And what this will look like from the coach perspective, we'll come back here to my job seekers. And as we saw before, Allison is one of my clients. And so we'll click in on there. And we can see that she's done some interview practice sessions. So we'll click on that. And from here, we can see all of the different videos, all of the different attempts that she has tried. And we can see I've already left some feedback, but it's very easy to leave feedback on here. Let's see, thumbs and does. And so she will be notified that I've left feedback. She will be able to see that on her side. And then ideally, she will use that to iterate on her answer attempts and hopefully improve. And then you as a coach can see those, keep leaving feedback, and again, have that asynchronous collaboration to help them improve their interview skills. All right, let's see. So adding resources to the library. So I will switch over to another, just to show y'all what this looks like. So as a job seeker, we can have access to all these tools, but there's also what is called a resource library. And what this is any resources, I'll go ahead and click on it, any resources that the organization wants to offer you in order to help you along your job application process as a job seeker. So these can include videos. In this case, we have a spreadsheet financial roadmap. They can be blog articles, websites, PDFs, really anything. And so this is what your job seeker sees. They see this wonderful list of nice resources. If you want to edit this resource library, you have to be an administrator in the organization to do so. But what you will do is go up to this admin dashboard in the top left. It'll take a while to load just because this particular organization does have a lot of members. So.
And anyone can be an admin. Any coach can be an admin of an organization, and you can have as many admins as you want. So we have some organizations that make all of their coaches and staff members admins, so they can have the ability to edit as needed.
Yes. So as we saw, we were on the admin dashboard. I clicked on resources in the top left, and that brought us to this page, which is similar, but you can see that it's mainly used for editing any resources that are already there. You can delete, you can edit, and you can even add new ones up here. So you'll just click on that, give it a name, description, and then you can select the different types and upload any files or put in any URLs from there. And then we briefly looked over it earlier, but we'll go back to it. On the left, you can see tools and resources. And then from here, you can see that they have access to their assessments. We have all 3 assessments here. They can retake the assessment as many times as they want. So this is what the work style assessment looks like. We have different prompts and they answer on how alike it is for them. And then they can view the results of any of their assessments. And this is what the work style assessment results look like. So it tells you what environments you prefer to work with, what values you have, what this means for job searching or working with teams, things like that. And then we have similar results for all of the assessments. But since we're coming up on about an hour, I'll pause there.
I think that the only thing that we didn't mention earlier was the custom assessment results. You can copy and paste any assessment result from across the web in order to keep it here and consolidate it in one place. I know myself, I've taken so many assessments over the years and they're all over the place. I hadn't ever kept up with them. So it's helpful to have them in one place. And then you as a coach can also view any of those custom assessment results.
Yes. So on the assessments page, they'll just scroll down to custom assessment results. Over here, you can add anything. And as Allison said, you can enter the title, paste in the results, put in the URL if you want, and then it'll show up like this 16 personalities results right here. But yeah, so I think that is the main overview. We can go over anything that y'all have questions about. Let's see.
Yes, if you'd like us to go back and reshare anything that we covered that you might have missed, please just say so in the chat. We're happy to do that. Also, make sure to grab the link that I put in the chat. That is our onboarding document. It has a section for admins, staff members, and also a separate section for job seekers if you wanted to download that and hand that out to job seekers as they come into the door. That is completely fine. But we do keep that link updated. So if there's ever any new feature that we add, it is included in that document.
Yes. And as mentioned earlier, well, I'll show you over here. On the left side, you'll see down at the bottom is Messenger and Support. So you will click on that, and you will see that you have a message thread with Allison and I. It is actually us on the other side of that thread. It is not bots. So if at any point during using the Hardly platform you have any questions, run into any issues, or even just have like a cool idea of something that would improve the platform or make your life a little easier, feel free to go to that messenger and drop us a line, and we will get back to you very promptly.
And if it's something urgent, don't be afraid to say so. We've had coaches in workshops say, please help with this.
Mhm.
I'm in a workshop right now, and we're able to jump on it immediately and fix that quickly. So don't be afraid to say if it's urgent.
Yes. But I believe that's all we have. We'll stick around for a few minutes to answer any questions you may have, or show you anything you want to see again. But yeah, feel free to um, leave the meeting and go start playing around with the Hardly platform right away.
And message us if there's anything else we can help with.
Yes.
Thank you all for coming.
Thank you.
I can go ahead and stop sharing my screen.